Alright, Shalom, Shalom, Israel. Coming back with another video, giving all honor and glory to the Most High Yahweh, which the world calls God, and Yahweh Shai, which the world calls Jesus Christ. Right, and today's topic is going to be on not fearing the things that's coming to pass. Right, because some brothers going to have to be martyrs for the truth, like Antipas, meaning you're going to have to die for this truth. And, you know, brothers going to catch hell in these last days. But you can't fear. Right, the coronavirus is out there. Right, the rumors of war. Right, the stock market crashing. Right, the curfews. Right, the lockdowns on the cities. We know all these things are prophecy, but that doesn't mean you get scared. Especially if you're in this truth. Especially if you call yourself a man or a female of the Most High God. That doesn't mean you start getting scared and you panicking and you don't know what to do, man. Right? You don't get like that. This 2 Timothy 1 and verse 7. It says, "For Yahweh hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power." So the Lord never gave us the spirit of fear. Right? He didn't have John the Baptist scared. He didn't have Paul scared. He didn't have Daniel scared. Right? He didn't have none of these prophets and these apostles that was going through it. He never had them scared, man. He took that spirit out of them. Jeremiah, right? You think Jeremiah was scared to go out there and prophesy to the people, man? He did it mightily and bold, man. He went out there like a lion, like a fearsome lion, right? Like a lion in the wilderness, man, right? You take a lion out of the jungle and put him in the wilderness, man, he's good, right? He's not going to be scared because everything in that wilderness is obsolete to him, man. That's how you got to be, right? And it's true. But of power, so of power and love and of a sound mind. And if you scared, you don't got a sound mind. A person with a sound mind, he'll be able to calm himself down. He'll be able to realize, okay, Yahweh Shai got me. He's, coming down. He's going to save me, most high willing. Right? He got the chariots ready for me, most high willing. I just got to continue to do the work, man. Right? When has anything bad happened to somebody that trusted in the Most High God? Right? Let's get that. Let's get a precept. This Sirach 2 and 10. Sirach 2 and verse 10, and it says, "Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded?" So did anybody ever trust in the Lord and was confounded, man? Right? They was trusting in the Lord. They was proclaiming the name of the Lord, Slakia. It's smoking here, but anybody ever claim or proclaim the name of the Most High, right? And boldly proclaimed his name and was scared, man. Nobody has, Slakia, not scared, but was confounded, man. Nobody has ever trusted in the Most High and was confounded. Right? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? So did anyone fear the Lord and he just was like, you know what? You kept all my commandments. You are a perfect servant, but still F you, man. Kick rocks. He ain't never do that, man. He's not ever going to do that. Right? And whom did he ever despise that called upon him? Who has the Lord ever despised when they have called upon him? Right? Let's get a precept. Let's go to the book of Daniel 6 and verse 22. Bear with me. Daniel 6 and 22. And it says, so now this is Daniel, right? In the lion's den. If you ain't know what happened, Daniel, again, it was crafty counsel, and then Daniel ended up in the lion's den, right? And it says, "My God hath sent his angel and hath shut the lions' mouths, that they have not hurt me. For as much as before him innocency, Slakia, was found in me," right? "And also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt." So the Lord saved Daniel. Imagine being put in a lion's den, man. You got to have the utmost faith in the Most High. If you get thrown in a lion's den, you have to have the utmost faith in the Most High. And this was Daniel getting tried. Daniel got tried, and he still kept kept his faith up, man. Right? He didn't get feeble. He didn't get weak. Right? He didn't say, "Oh, well, I'm in the lion's den. I'm about to die. Right? The Lord has forsaken me." That's not what Daniel did. Daniel had the utmost faith in the Most High. That's why he got saved. Right? And in this truth, your faith will be tested. It's not going to be, damn, like the Wizard of Oz, the yellow brick road. You just walk down the yellow brick road and you all good. That's not how this truth is. There's bumps, right? There's damn potholes. There's all that in this truth. Right? This is Job. Slocky, bear with me, Israel. Right? And this video is for the brothers and sisters that's in this truth. Right? We do we do videos getting on Jake. Right? Videos aimed towards Jake. That's not in the truth. But this is a video towards the brothers that's sincere in this truth and the sisters that's sincere in this truth. And that's truly trying to seek out the Most High and receive salvation. Right? We telling you, you're not supposed to fear in these last days. Job 20, 23, and 10. Bear with me. This is the book of Job 23 and verse 10. And it says, but he knoweth the way that I take. When he hath tried me, I shall come forth as gold. So when you're tried in this truth, you're supposed to aim towards getting, coming out as that gold, man. Being perfect, right? Being found spotless, blemishless, right? Without sin, without error, right? You're supposed to be tried and you're supposed to come out victorious, man. You're not supposed to get tried and you get burnt up and now you don't exist no more, right? That's what's going to happen to the brothers that don't endure. You're going to get tried and you're going to burn the hell up and you're not going to get the kingdom, man. The kingdom that was promised to our forefathers in the past, right? The kingdom is literally looming in the air right now, and it would suck for you if you get tried and then you just burn up in flames and you just don't make it, man. That would suck, right? One more precept on being tried. 1 Peter, I believe. 1 Peter 1 and 7. Bear with me, Israel. Right, so this is 1 Peter. Slocky is where the pages they stuck together, but we're gonna bring it out, man. Satan trying to hinder the word, but we still gonna bring it out. Hey, the Lord said, even though it may tarry, wait for it. Slocky. Con, this 1 Peter 1 and verse 7. And it says, the trial of your faith being much more precious than of gold. So the trial of your faith, right, being much more precious than of gold. So that's much. When you're getting tried, that is much more precious than gold. That's a beautiful thing, right? The Lord is trying you to see if you're going, fold or not, right? The Lord is looking upon you, right? You should take it as that. The Lord is dealing with you when you're being tried. The trial, the trial of your faith being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua HaMashiach. So when you get tried and you see Yahushua's face, you want to be unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua, right? You want to be unto praise, unto honor, right? You want to be like that trophy. You want to have Yahushua crack the sky open and he's looking at you and you shining like a gold trophy, man, right? That's what you want to be like. You don't want to wither away and get burnt up. You don't want to look like when Yahushua break the sky open. You want to be the damn burnt up leaf on the ground. You want to be burnt up ashes, right? That means the Lord ain't choose you, man. And that means ultimately you failed. You ran the race and you failed, man. And it's truth, you're not aiming to fail. You're aiming to receive the kingdom, right? Let me get Isaiah 41. Sorry, actually. Right? Because there's a lot of things that's going to happen in the truth, man. It's going to be famine. It's going to be plagues. But even though those things come, you still should not fear. Right? What I was going to get? I was going to get Matthew. Right? Because, again, like I said, like Antipas, he was a martyr for the truth. There's going to be martyrs for the truth, meaning they got to die for this truth. Right? Didn't John see the head of them beheaded for this truth? Right? Brothers getting beheaded for this truth. Right? And some brothers might get handed up to the councils. This is Matthew 10 and 17. That's what I want. This is the book of Matthew 10 and verse 17. And it says, But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. Right? So you're going to be brought up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues, meaning beat you. Right? They might torture you in any way, man. Esau get down wicked. Right? Because again, we in Esau's captivity. And back in the day, Esau had some crazy devices. So imagine what they got now. Now they got more technology today. So the things that they got now, they might be bad, but you gotta take it and you gotta endure to the end, like it says in Matthew 24 and 13. He that endured to the end, the same shall be saved. Paraphrasing, right? So you gotta endure. Verse 18. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles, man. Right? So you're gonna be brought up to the councils, right, to these chief people in the world, right, these chief Edomites, right, and they're going to scourge you on the behalf of Yahweh's name, and you got to keep this, man. You can't fold. You can't get under pressure and you folding, man, right, like they say in the world, if it's getting too hot in the kitchen, stay the hell away from the kitchen, man, right? That's how you got to think like that, man, right? Listen, if you are a brother in this truth, and you getting fearful right now, Most High willing, this is edifying to you. But on the second hand, if you getting fearful, right, and you hearing of the things that gotta happen to you, and you scared, man, you might as well drop out of the truth, man. You might as well go back in the world and enjoy the little bit of 10 seconds in the world you got left, right? You know how brothers say you got 15 seconds of fame? You got 15 seconds in the world. And if you're not ready to die for Yahweh or go through any type of affliction for Yahweh, you might as well go, man, right? Because the time of temptation is at hand. And the Lord is only going to save those who's keeping his law, statutes, and commandments, right? And ultimately who don't got that spirit of fear. You got to have faith, right? Let's get Isaiah 41 and 10. Bear with me. This is the book of Isaiah 41 and verse 10. And it says, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yeah, I will help thee. Yeah, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. So the Lord says straight up, don't worry, man. I got you, right? I got you. If you keep my commandments, I got you, man, right? It's another precept. This Psalms 37. Psalms 37 and 39, and it says, but the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble. So when all hell's breaking loose, the Lord will save you. So there's nothing to fear. You shouldn't fear of the scourges that's coming. You shouldn't be scared of Esau. Is Esau going to kill me? If Esau kill you, oh well, the kingdom is at hand, right? Salvation is nearer than we believe, man. That's why you got to stick in this thing and stay. And you got to stick to this word like glue. Like Gorilla Glue, man. Like fabric slacky glue, man. That stuff don't come off, right? It's hard for it to come off. You got to be attached to this thing, man. Your eyes got to be in this thing. And you, but hey, if you, listen, spiritually, your spirit should be sweating, right? That's how hard you going, man. And that's how much you believing in the Most High. Right? You have to believe in the Most High, and you have to have faith, man. Right? You have to have faith in these last days. That's going to be the key. Another precept. Ecclesiastes 8 and 5. This is the book of Ecclesiastes 8 and verse 5. And it says, whoso keepeth the commandments shall feel no evil thing. And a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment. So whoever keeps the Lord's commandments won't have to go through any evil thing. You won't feel no evil thing, man. Right? And that evil thing, hey, if brothers might get scourged, right? You might think that's evil, but it'll be worse if, you get scourged and you don't get the kingdom. That'll be you feeling the evil thing. If you get scourged and then you get the kingdom, are you going to remember those scourges, man? That stuff going to be in the past, and you're not even going to remember it, man. Right? That stuff is going to be like Jake right? You know how you ask Jake, hey, you know, didn't this happen to your forefathers? They'll be like, that was my ancestors, man. It didn't happen to me. I don't remember it. I ain't feel it. That's how you going to be when you get saved, man. So you're not going to feel no evil thing if you keeping the Lord's commandments. Straight up like that. Right? Let's get Psalms 118. Right? Actually, I get another precept real quick. What was that? Job 5 and 20. Bear with me, it's real. Right, so this is the book of Job 5 and verse 20. And it says, in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. So if you keeping the commandments, right, you got the faith in the Most High, he will save you from famine and from death and from the war and the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth. Right? Meaning the men of this earth, the wicked Edomites, right? And all the men persecuting you. Right? So if you, listen, if you keeping the commandments and you got faith in the Lord, he will redeem you from all things. He will save you from all things. Right? Didn't he say, I'm the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end? What can he not do? If he's saying he's the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end, that means he could do anything, man. Didn't he create the heavens? Didn't he create the phones we got? Didn't he create the birds in the air, the sun, the moon, the gravel, right? The damn clouds in the sky, right? Everything. The Lord has created all things. Man, what can he not do for you? If he can create man, right? What makes you think he can't save you from the scourges that's coming on earth, right? You got to be of little faith to think the Lord can't save you from that, man. That's nothing. That is little to nothing to the Lord to save you, man. If you're a part of his elect in the great multitude. So, let me get Psalms 118 and 6. Psalms 118 and verse 6. And it says, the Lord is on my side, I will not fear. What can man do unto me? Right? So it says, the Lord is on my side, I will not fear. What can man do unto me? So you can't fear man. Right? Didn't in Proverbs 20 and 24, he said man's goings are not of his own. And man's goings are of the Lord, man. So if Esau grab you up and you get handed up to the councils, whatever Esau does, it's all in the hands of the Most High. Right? So the Lord can have Esau stop whipping you and let you go free. Then the chariots come and you good. Right? The Lord can do all things. The Lord controls man. So why would you fear man if the Lord controls man? That makes no sense. If you truly fear in the Lord, you should not fear no man on this planet because the Lord ultimately controls them. We're puppets to the Lord. This is his video game, right? If you will, if you got ears to hear. Right? Let's get Proverbs 29 and 25. That's the spirit right to it. This is Proverbs 29. Proverbs 29 and verse 25. And it says, the fear of man bringeth a snare. So when you fear, it brings a snare unto you, man. Say all hell breaks loose. We in Jacob's trouble, right? We in Jeremiah's 30 and 7, right? And then you running because you scared. Then you damn trip on the rock. And then, because you fearing, because you in your head, damn, am I going to make it? You running from Esau. He got the gun. He got the damn taser. Whatever he got, you running and you just meditating while you running. Am I going to make it? Am I going to make it? Is the Lord going to save me? The Lord might actually put a damn snare on the ground, a bear trap, and your foot gets stuck in it. It clamp your damn foot up, and it break your foot off, and then Esau got you, and then you just nothing, man. Then you done. You finished. You died a grievous death, and you not getting the kingdom, man. So fear is a snare. The fear of a man bringeth a snare, but whoso putteth his trust in the Lord shall be safe. So when you put your trust in the Lord, you will be safe, man. You'll be fine. You'll be good. You'll be just fine. Right? 1 Peter 3 and 14. Bear with me. So this is 1 Peter 3 and verse 14. It says, and if ye suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye, and be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled. Right? So if you got to suffer for the Lord, you got to be happy for that. Right? And you can't be afraid of terror. You can't be scared of the things that's going to come to this earth, man. The Lord said he got you. He said if you trust in him, he got you straight up. Right? Luke 13 and 23. Slaki. Luke 13 and 32. Slaki. Luke 12. Luke 12 and 32. Right? And it says, this is the book of Luke 12 and verse 32. It says, fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. So he said, fear not, little flock, because it's in the will of the Most High to give you the kingdom. He wants to give you the kingdom. Didn't he say he's coming for the lost sheep of the house of Israel? So he's freely coming here to save his people, man. He wants to save you. You just got to keep his law, statutes, and commandments, and you can't fear, right? Ultimately, you must trust in the Most High, and you got to fear him, man. And the Lord's going to save you, right? He said, listen, we'll read that again. That's a good precept. Right? After hearing that, you should be good. You shouldn't fear no more. Right? This is Luke 12 and verse 32 again. Luke 12 and 32, and it says, bear with me. Fear not, little flock, and this is Yahweh Shai speaking, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. So the Lord wants to give you the kingdom. You just got to endure. Right? You just got to endure to the end. This is Matthew 24 and verse 13. And it says, and this is Yahweh Shai speaking again, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So if you endure to the end, the same shall be saved. You'll be saved. Right? This Revelations 3 and 10. Right? And Revelations is not only about deep prophecy and death and destruction. It's also, it got comfort in it. Right? Revelations 3 verse 10. And it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So the Lord said he will protect you in a time of temptation, man, because you kept his patience. All you got to do is keep his commandments and do as he says. Right, this is the book of James. Bear with me. Slaki, if you can hear that, ignore that folly. Most High willing, you can't. James. This is the book of James 1 and verse 12. And it says, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. And we're going to end it on that. So that being said, I'm going to give all honor and glory to the Most High Yahweh, which the world calls God, and Yahweh Shai, which the world calls Jesus Christ. Shalom. And Israel, don't fear, man. We got next. Shalom.